and then 5 wickets in the power play. There's no more pressure than that.
Well, we don't see very often in the men's game or the women's game a leg spinner being thrown in the power play with only 2 fielders out. So it shows you that Sophie Devine backs Sarah Glenn with her line and length. Ow! She's never been a big turner of the ball, so that certainly helps her.
I think it's the control. She's got really good control, so it makes it easy to set that field. Normally the leg spinner's coming on straight after the power play when the field's spread and they've got a chance there.
Wait!
One bounce, and then just spun, so it's difficult. This is the single. Yeah, I like it because I just think some batters, they see the slow bowler come in, and if you've got one of those aggressive players, the eyes light up, only 2 fielders back, and you can snabble a wicket. You're just hoping they're going to try and go big. Like that, but it was played nicely. I suppose leg spin into the left-hander. It's an easier shot, good execution.
Yeah, good shot by Nicola Carey, and I actually really like what the Hurricanes have done here. Corinne Hall hasn't had a very good season, really batting sort of 5 to 7, averaging 5.5 at the moment, but she's captain, so she's put her hand up and said, I need to get out there and I need to face more. And the same with Nicola Carey, Australian representative. Sort of been going okay, but I like the fact that they're in these key positions. They're saying we need to be the ones that are putting our hand up. It's 1 for 27 after 4.
देवियों सज्जनों, जब अपने men in blue मैदान में उतरेंगे और वो भी अपने सबसे तगड़े राइवल्स ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने और वो भी 9 महीने के बाद, तो भैया टाइम तो आ ही गया है क्रिकेट का असली रंग दिखाने का। इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया आ रहा है। मैं तो सुबह 8 बजे देखूंगा सोनी के स्पोर्ट्स चैनल पर, और आप देखिएगा जरूर। धन्यवाद।
To come for the Hobart Hurricanes, Chloe Tryon, she comes up to number 4, Starlenberg, who opened at the start of the season. She slots down to 5. Hayley Jensen, she's always good for a few overs and some runs down the order as well. So they'll be looking for their top 6 to really score the bulk of their runs. It's Bolton back into the attack.
Big shot, yes, and given. So the fact that it was round the wicket has to pitch in line and straighten.
Yeah, you can just see that Corinne Hall, her footwork probably hasn't been as clear and concise as she would have liked, so she kind of just gets stuck on the crease, and she always tends to play really square, whether it's to the leg side or to the offside. And this time the ball pitches in line. It's an easy one for the umpire, so Hall goes for 11. Hurricanes lose their second wicket for 27.
Start to the Scorchers, 2 wickets. Chloe Tryon comes to the crease, and another wicket to a spinner in the power play. Bolton, that was the first ball of the over. Again, round the wicket, trying to pitch in line with the stumps. Anything outside the line of leg like that doesn't get looked at for an LBW. I'm a little bit surprised with Hall and the fact that she's batting so far across the stumps. In the sense that to me, if an offie's coming round, you're getting more leg side. You're really taking a leg stump.
Oh, yeah, well,
guard.
Well,
I wouldn't be getting across the stumps.
Maybe her theory is if it's going to turn, she can go with the turn. So, but you're taking that gamble that if you don't hit it, then you're absolutely in strife. The thing is that Bolton isn't a huge turner of the ball either.
No.
Hence why she's got 5 fielders on the offside, where you tend to see more fielders on the side as she's turning it. But that's a good shot, and that's exactly what Chloe Tryon can do.
Yeah, brilliant down the ground. We've seen a couple of those executed nicely.
Greenhall's also been out 4 times out of her 9 innings bowled. One of them LBW, so that's 5 attacking the stumps. So clearly that's a plan from everyone because they know how high risk she can be because she does play across the line a little bit or back away to cut off her stumps, as you mentioned before, Shake.
A little bit wide. Yeah, Pricey, that's something that batters look at too. The percentage, you should be out caught most of the time. But if you've got a high percentage bowled LBW, then you have to get into the nets. There's something technically that's not right.
Oh, yes, ball.
Don't want to be getting out LB or bowl too often. So if that's the case, then, you know, there may be something that she can tweak. And it might be just taking a leg stump guard. I don't know.
Leg stump guard taken here by Chloe Tryon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she definitely knows that one's outside leg stump. So different tactic. 5 overs done, 2 for 33. Run rate 6.6 so far, but the loss of 2 wickets in through the power play, that's the maximum you want to lose. If you've got to set something up, your real busy overs are over 7 to 15, trying to give yourself a foundation to go hard in the last 5. Oh, don't we love North Sydney Oval?
We love a hill.
We love a hill. We love a stand. We love the kids here.
It's a great spot for the kids to come and watch a game of cricket. I've had many fond memories coming down here,
Yeah,
watching you. So that's...
not for long though. It was funny, my dad used to come up and watch every Sydney Test match, and he was always so nervous he'd be behind the ladies' stand until I got to 20. So he played, because he could just see the scoreboard. He wasn't actually watching me, so there were so many trips to Sydney, he never actually got to see me bat. He used to get so nervous.
It's funny how a lot of parents or partners don't want to come to the ground. They think it's bad luck or things like that. It's got nothing to do with your performance on the field.
That's a good delivery, Peschel. Well, she's the leading wicket taker for the Scorchers this season.
And she just keeps bowling that back of a length. Doesn't pitch it up too much. Like I said earlier, she's gotten a lot stronger. She's worked on her technique. That's allowed her to be more consistent as well. You can see that Tryon just flirting with danger there.
Yeah, I think it shaped away, and because of the grass, it really did carry through.
You can really see that here that with Tennille Peschel has got a set plan that she's bowling during the power play. It's always generally the back of a length or just forward of a length. She's not really getting too many up there. But then if we look at the blue coloured balls for the death bowling, much fuller, pitched up. And this is why she's been able to get a lot of wickets early, because she can get a little bit of movement from those power play balls and then contain towards the end.
Straight to 45, a little lucky there.
That's what you want, isn't it? You want to give the ball to a bowler who knows exactly what they're doing and who's able to execute it. So it comes in at a slight angle, which we're starting to see a lot of fast bowlers do. Certainly getting a lot stronger. I look forward to next year as well. That's the exciting thing.
Almost a single. Yeah, and they're handy bowlers to keep to up the sleeve for the last 4 or 5. If I use the men's game in the IPL, Rabada for Delhi was taking all his wickets in the last 4 overs because that's when they're going hard. It was phenomenal. He ended up with over 20 wickets, but a lot of them at the death.
Much easier to get that wicket when they're playing big shots against you.
Exactly.
That's 2 for 33 after 6.
Good acknowledgement there for fine bowling. 1 for 4 after 2 overs, and the dot balls, 8 of them. So she's done a fabulous job in the power play. 2 for 33, just a little bit off for the batting side. So Nicola Carey, 3 guests to dinner. Renee Brown, Roger Federer, and Bailey Smith. Spiders, we hate spiders, don't be worse habits. Sometimes I'm not a very good listener. Apparently that's annoying. She loves the Swannies and the Roosters.
Yeah, I can confirm. Not a great listener.
What, you're not?
No, she's not.
Oh, I don't think you are.
Well, clearly you didn't listen to what she just said there.
Yeah.
So many things I ask Lise. Not so much on air. And just blank. We're okay, aren't we?
Always okay.
I'm going to go back to Tennille Peschel. That last over was a maiden, which obviously is increasing her dot ball percentage. Before this game it was 68% during the power play, which is outstanding. So she's continuing her fine form. Piper Cleary now. City end. Little inside edge there.
So Chloe, we know she's got the mic on, and we'd like to listen to you through this over, if that's okay. And just fill us in on the plans now, because I think you're well on top in that power play.
Yeah, obviously a nice start to get 2 wickets in the power play. If we can keep that going now, I think we've lacked wickets in the middle overs, so...
We're just admiring what Peschel's been doing right the way through. 13 wickets, outstanding.
Yeah, she's been great, hasn't she? I think hats off to her. I'm just really glad that other people have been able to see what she can do. Obviously grown up a lot with Tennille, so it's nice she's doing it on the big stage.
Has she done anything different in the pre-season, or is this just a build-up to what you've always known?
I think we've always known it in WA that this is what she's capable of.
Should run for 4. Got enough bat on that one.
We were joking actually just the other night that she's actually had a pretty interrupted pre-season, and we played some boys cricket and we played some big units. I was 16 years old and they were massive, and they were pumping her into the stands at the Wacker, and it wasn't very much of a confidence booster for her, the poor thing.
They're breeding big over in Western Australia. What happened to you?
I missed that, didn't I? Nice slug.
So you mentioned that overs, 7 to 15, the middle overs, you'd like more wickets.
Yeah, that's something that we're just trying to put that complete performance together with bat and ball, and look for areas where we need to improve, and we highlighted that wickets in the middle overs has probably hurt us, so teams can kind of go hard at the back end. So if we can grab a few wickets in those middle overs, I think it will set us up to finish really strong.
We wish you well with that, Chloe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bit of a miss hit, but straight to the fielder. Good cover out there on the onside. It's the end of Cleary's second over. 7 done, 2 for 38. Forward to seeing how it all pans out. 2 for 38, the Hurricanes. Mathematically, they're a chance, we say. So Stellenberg, who's dropped down the order throughout this WBBL, Jensen, and Sasha Maloney.
Well, they were really relying on Rachael Priest to get them off to a good start, because she's the highest run scorer for the Hurricanes, but it took a good catch by Chloe Papara. And then Corinne Hall playing all around a straight one.
And I think that LBW says out of form for me, and it's been a struggle, and it's really hard as a batter when you have a few misses It's very easy for that fear of failure to creep in. And you start to... Over, there was a hand on it. It was very close indeed to being taken.
Amy Jones in that mid-wicket position, just as a wicket keeper, probably hasn't had to back too often to take a catch on the up like that. Just didn't quite judge it well enough. Tall player though.
She got a good hand to it.
Not far away.
It was like she took a couple of steps back there and then she didn't go from a standing start to jump vertical.
Yeah, she might have been able to cut a bit of angle if she'd gone at it a little bit more.
Yeah, so sometimes when your weight's kind of going back, you don't have the power in your legs to really drive straight up. And she had a quad injury at the start of the tournament.
Very true. I would have loved to see the John Dyson style.
One of the great catches. Big shout.
Bit of inside edge on that one, I think. Nice work, Mooney. Wanting to get those wickets.
Yeah, John Dyson, if you remember it. If not, Google it. It's there.
For all the youngsters, they're like, who's John
Dyson? Yeah. Did he make the vacuum cleaners?
It's like I spoke at a school and I was talking about Alan Border and Mark Taylor, and actually I thought, that's a long time ago. Do you know these guys? And about 10 hands went up. And I said, well, Google them, they do exist. But if I remember World Series cricket that year, it was only in a test match, but there was one phenomenal year where England were out, West Indies were out, and classic catches every year, and they'd bring it back to about 7. And they were just some of the most amazing catches you'll ever see. And I think if we threw out classic catches together of this WBBL, you know, some of the catching's been brilliant.
It has been. We should have a competition, shouldn't we?
Yeah, big great idea.
Yeah, it'd be new, classic catch. It's never been done before.
Maybe we'll run it on digital.
Good running. Good running in the end. There are 12 overs remaining, 2 for 41. Listen to this, Ellyse. The Big Bash mobile game is bigger and better than ever. Take on your friends or play an entire WBBL tournament as your favourite team. Heaps of features and it's still free to play. Download the Big Bash cricket app now. Have you got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
It's one of the only ones I don't. I'm going to do it now.
I'm surprised.
Sam Betts bowled really well for her first game against the Brisbane Heat. And their loss, in fact, to the Brisbane Heat the other day. 9 for 15 off her 3 overs, bowled really good areas.
Came from the Adelaide Strikers.
Yeah, this is the second year with the
second
Scorchers.
year, yeah. You know what I like about the fact that there are players that are kind of missing out on opportunities to play and they're now looking for further opportunities. Whereas in the past you were like, if I can't make my stateside, well that's it, I'm done and dusted.
Yeah, that's right. There's so many more opportunities.
Yards!
The call is in. Make the yards. Oh, I think she just got there too.
Well, as soon as I saw it was Nicole Bolton, I was like, yep, out. Just because we have seen it time and time again, her come off the boundary. She's excellent at diving forward with 2 hands. She makes good ground here. She does get her hands to it. Yeah, hard, but it's right at the last minute. She will be disappointed, though.
Sliced over the top, no third. No. It's a good way to play those. When you know there's no third in play and you've got a 45 in the off, backward point, just let those wrists open up. It's a full-blooded stroke. Here's another look at the catch, making all the hard work early and so close.
I
reckon the only issue was that it just didn't quite stick there. Because she rolls really well. She's got the perfect technique.
Shouldn't do too much wrong there.
So both batters have been dropped, I should say. 12, Carey was. 6 for Tryon. So got to pride yourself on fielding all the time, but particularly at the back end of these tournaments. So just to remind you, when it comes to the Scorchers, 2 wins will guarantee a finals place, providing the strikers win their match against the Thunder. Now that's what's going on now. And 6 for 1, 3-3 the strikers. Thunder, no wicket for 27 in the 4th over.
Ball. That's nice.
The Hurricanes have just won 3 games, 2 against the Renegades and 1 against the Sydney Sixers. And for them, mainly the games that they've won have been 1 for 45 and 1 for 42 in their power play. So they're well behind the games that they've been winning at 2 for 33 at the power play today. So Scorchers, I feel, are probably a little bit on top at the moment. Although Tryon has a bit more time this time to go hitting big.
Ball.
It's another over completed. Over 9, 2 for 50. Is up, but it's the 9th over, so the required run rate, or the run rate, is 5.56, on track for 111.
Yep.
Nicely played. There's another one, just using the pace. It was a Yorker, just opening the face of the blade.
She's very good at that, Nicola Carey. Like most left-handers, they like their cover drives, but she plays this one really late. Plays it almost on the popping crease, yeah. She knows that there's a gap there. She can take her time. She just needs to meet the bat to the ball.
Well, the scoring's starting to pick up. Last 9 balls have been scored from. Work by Mooney, but it'll be wide. Not uncommon to see the occasional stumping that way. Certainly Pricey didn't miss any of those.
She was amazing.
I would like to see here, like Heather Graham bowling that Yorker. It just needs to be a fraction wide with the angle that she is coming over the wicket. It just allows it far too easily for her to access behind the wicket there with not much protection straight. They've got that backward point, but just a little bit too fine.
Oh, another one running so fine. This time it's the fine leg area, but very fine indeed. So handy runs all the same, because we've been talking about they need to pick up the rate.
Yes, to be honest, poor bowling really, not bowling to your field, and the fact that she's already bowled a wide down there, and then she bowls another one. Was it called wide? Yeah, I thought it hit her. Anyway.
And smashed. That is full of authority. Love that stroke.
It's just a very small margin of error for her coming over the wicket. Looks like she's going to come around the wicket now, which is good. Just too much room there.
Yeah.
It's really tough to be able to bowl on that angle to a left-hander. Got to bowl into their pads, and she's just missing it each time.
We always say there's 2 overs in an innings. You can change it for the better or worse. There's 4 balls remaining. 14 runs have been scored so far. So things are changing in terms of setting a pace, and the rate is 6.86.
The main issue that the Hurricanes have had, and we've kind of highlighted it from a batting perspective, there have been players that have performed well, Rachael Priest being the standout, but there hasn't been another player to go with someone else. So someone might get a 40, a 50, a 60 or a 90 with Priest, but there hasn't been the other 20s or 30s. So no one else is really contributing with the runs.
Catch!
leading edge won't get to either of the fielders in the deep.
So the point is that this partnership is really crucial. Carey is going. Now Chloe Tryon needs to find a way to get herself going. She did with the first 4, and now off 17 deliveries, she just hasn't looked the same. And you wonder, her coming up so early, is it messing with her head a little bit more? Do I hit the ball? Do I work myself into it? How do I
say
play?
that? Does she know what her role is in the team? I mean, previously when she comes in that sort of 6 and 7, she knows she's the finisher. She knows she has to hit big. Now she's got so much time to be out there. I think I'm not sure if she's a little confused about what she should be doing, or whether she's being told you need to stay out there till the end, and therefore that's affecting her strike play.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thanks, lads.
Well, it is, because, when the game dictates the way you play, it can be very easier for players. So, there we have it, halfway, 10 overs, 2 for 68, and we'll take a drinks. Rachael, she's such a dominator at the top. She went for 8. It was a brilliant catch by Viparo, and Nicola Carey's been outstanding. There was a slight drop at about 12. It was a tough chance, but the left-hander has been full of aggression and great execution.
Yeah, she's been pretty good, and she really took to, after being dropped, like you said, on 12 off Graham's bowling, she really took to Graham the next over. Too much width, too much space for her, and she's really hitting them nicely at the moment. So, and she needs to be. She needs to stay out there, really get a good score for her team, so that they've got something to defend.
There's another look at the scenario. So we know the Stars are into the finals. Brisbane Heat almost certainly there. They've been playing nicely, 6 straight wins. And then as we start to get down to 3rd and 4th, Thunder Scorchers, 6 and Strikers, they're all in the hunt. But they are starting to rely on, well, they've got to win. It's simple, and if they can do it, and then others have got to lose. So there's a bit of luck involved there. So we've got Shelley Nitschke, the coach of the Scorchers. It's all looking good out there, I'd say.
Yeah, not too bad. I think they've got a nice partnership building at the moment, so it'd be really nice to see someone break this up very soon.
Shelley, is Sophie Devine going to bowl?
I don't think we'll see her ball in hand today, Ellyse. She's obviously out there, and we'll see her at the top of the order, but not quite back to bowling just yet.
You've been watching this other game going on. You need to win this one, and if the right result happens, you qualify.
Yeah, we just need to. I haven't seen what's happening there, but we just need to worry about winning today and tomorrow, sure, and see what happens.
Shell, I'll tell you, it's a very complicated process, and I have no idea.
Well, they need Thunder to lose if you today. But there was talking to Chloe after that fantastic catch, and just mentioned that the middle phase of the 20 overs, you need to try and penetrate a little bit more with wickets?
Yeah, it's been an area a couple of times that we've sort of let get away from us a little bit. We've been really good in the power play, and then through the middle have sort of had partnerships build on us. So it's an area we've identified, and we just need to squeeze a bit more and find a way to build some pressure there. So hopefully we can put some of the things we've discussed into action out there today to break this one up.
You must be really happy with Sam Betts coming to the game last time, just going for the 15 off her 3.
Yeah, Betsy was fantastic. She's obviously spent a good part of the tournament on the sidelines, but we saw an opportunity for her and brought her into the game, and I thought she was really good against the heat, against the tide, and she going for 5 and over was really good for her. So hopefully she can come back today and do it again for us.
And just on players coming in and having an impact, Matilda Carmichael does so with the bat.
Yeah, we've been searching for sort of someone to break the game up a little bit for us, sort of mid to lower order, and she came into the game and done it 2 times. So it was a really good effort by her to come in and make a difference for us. So she's obviously out there again today, and looking forward to what she can do here at North Sydney.
Shelley, thanks so much.
No
Good
worries.
luck today.
Thank you.
We love how we get access to all the players and the coaches. It's the end of the 11th, 2 for 75.
On Sony, cricket will reveal its true colours. दिखा दे सबको हाँ अपना रंग है हिंदुस्तान निकले नीला हाँ अपना रंग है हिंदुस्तान It's time to show cricket's true colour. After 9 months, men in blue will lock horns with their fiercest rival, Australia. The rivalry will start this Friday, 8 a.m. onwards. Only on Sony Sports Jams.
There we go, there's the update at Drummoyne Oval. So 133, and at the moment Thunder chasing, no wicket for 42, and Shelley's lying. She's watching this game because they need Thunder to lose and Scorchers win. They qualify, but at the moment that's none for 42 off the power play. So Thunder seem to be in control.
Hate to break it to you, Slats. Coaching staff can't have phones, hand in phones.
No, a message comes from the crowd. People yell it out.
Like yourself.
That's right.
Very good, Betsy.
I like this attack with Sam Betts coming around the wicket into the left-hander, take away the angle and the width.
Nice, Betsy. Very nice, mate.
What about an Apple Watch?
Same. Yep, all of that.
Really?
Yep. You would have struggled. Actually, technology wasn't around for you. But you would now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it didn't help me when I played. I know ice baths were introduced. Slow ball. Gets a hand on it and has stopped 2 runs being scored. So it was awkward. Did well.
Yeah, so Nicola Carey, you can see what she's doing with the width that's being offered. She's absolutely punishing it. And that's why we saw the last delivery. She exposed all of her stumps because that's the only line she feels comfortable in really throwing her hands at the ball.
She's got a leg side of a Carey and somehow gets a little tickle. And I've got to say, as a wicketkeeper, that was brilliant.
That was fantastic from Beth Mooney, and I was going to get up you guys before because I thought you were a bit harsh on it with the edge off Corinne Hall. I think Mooney's been keeping really nicely. You can see she holds her position here nice and still, moves laterally very, very nicely. And you can see, as you were just talking about as well, Lisa, that she's been pushed way to outside leg to try and access that offside and just manages to just get that little inside edge. Magnificent keeping there from Beth Mooney. Scorchers well on top here. Big opportunity for them to push from here. 3 for 77. Nicola Carey out for 36.
Australia, you're on Sony. Sri Lanka, you're on Sony. England, you're on Sony. Zimbabwe, you're on Sony. On
catch of Beth Mooney's was extraordinary.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it where a batsman backs away and the catch is taken like that.
Inside edge as well, not the outside edge, inside edge, still going down leg.
Another chance. Got to take it. He does. So the Scorchers pushing hard for middle order or middle phase wickets. Exactly what they're trying to improve if they're to make the finals, and they're doing it.
Well, we just didn't speak then. I was a little nervous for Sarah Glenn. It didn't look completely convincing. I thought, oh dear, this could go anywhere. But just managed to get a little bit of a top edge on the toe of the bat. Chloe Tryon going with her favourite sweep shot. And you can see the relief on Sarah Glenn's face there. Fantastic over from Sam Betts. But Chloe Tryon, the dangerous Chloe Tryon, was dismissed for 13. 4 for 78 after 12.
They should have just played the package and called it a day. There's the searing pain running down my leg. That was me saying goodbye. He wasn't there, and he knew in his heart that it wasn't there.
The process became, I'll give you an answer after I'm working out for a few weeks, seeing how my hip does.
That's what it is.
Moment, because they're coming thick and fast.
Against Braxton,
Emma Flint.
that's still middle there.
His career runs at over 200, strike rate well below 100. So she'd like to improve on the best there, 41 runs. And the Scorchers will be really happy at the moment. It's a case of finishing the job. 4 for 78. We're in a position here where they can try and get all 10 wickets.
Well, you don't want to lose wickets in clumps, and that's exactly what Hobart Hurricanes have done, and they've lost both of the batters that were in.
Peschel straight back in. Good captaincy. This captaincy, what's happened here is going for another 1 or 2 wickets. Bring it back for 1. Try and squeeze another wicket.
Slower delivery by Sam Betts, just rolled her fingers over. You can see the stumble, a couple of stumbles by Sarah Glenn. That's why Julia Price and myself were not breathing, hoping that she'd get there.
Oh, gee. Catching it. No way she was going to miss that. What are you talking about? Has to go, but there was a misfield there.
Is that Sophie Devine? It is. Yeah, you can just see a little bit ginger. And that's probably going to test her a little bit. You can understand why, given the back spasms that she had last weekend. She's going to take it easy. She's not going to throw herself around too much. And as Shelley Nitschke said, won't have the ball in hand today, which is a smart move.
I was going to say that the batter's taken on the weaker fielder in the team, but didn't realise it was Sophie Devine, so take that back.
Well, they picked it up straight away. Back injury, yes sir.
Running down past leg stump, I assume. It's great to see her out there. I think she's a terrific leader. Just the fact that she's got a presence there would lift the Scorchers.
For the last 5 wins for the Scorchers, she's got player of the match in 4 of them, so she is vital for this team. And Beth Mooney got the other player of the match, so those two really need to from the front. And obviously Beth's doing a great job today already with the gloves.
There is Mooney. What a brilliant catch! That will be in the highlights reel for a long, long time. She's also the leading run scorer, 416 runs, and a strike rate of 117 in this WBBL. But let's have a look at it. This was absolutely outstanding.
That is sensational.
You won't see better. Because that is deviated as well.
And that's also, I think it's come off a pad as well, so there's double deviation.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not taking anything away from Beth Mooney, but those stickle, they don't. Sometimes she's just in a good position. She did everything right.
Oh,
I don't mind that. There's a good change up. Just a little bit of a sniff of the leather.
Wow, settle down over there.
That's what they used to say.
I know.
It's like your mad wind coming in the ball is just winter. Did you smell the leather? No, I didn't want to. I was diving for cover.
It's good to jumpers from it, but she only needs to do it once, even twice, maybe in the whole tournament, and everyone will be talking about it.
And goes full, just overcooks it, low full toss. But only 2 from the over. Wanted to get the 5th wicket, but it was still terrific in terms of economy rate. 4 for 80.
How would you have coped if you had batted down the order?
It's more how the bench would have coped.
Yeah, exactly right. No good. The nervous energy. I would have been exhausted before I batted. There's some work to do there, but won't be able to drag that one back. Nicely played, hitting into the right area. So that's the boundary to finish. It's 4 for 87.
On Sunday, cricket will reveal its true colour. It's time to show cricket's true colour. After 9 months, Melbourne will lock horns with their fiercest rival, Australia. The rivalry will start this Friday, 8 a.m. onwards.
Well, wherever you are this season, you can keep up with all the cricket action on the CA Live app, and all the scores, news and videos. You won't miss a moment at the home of highlights. So here's Bets again. The wicket taker, 2 for 12 from 2.
Great work here, mate. Very good.
So Chloe, we're coming back out to you. You're getting those middle over wickets that you've been calling for.
Yeah, I think that's been really good for us there. Now, big 4 overs coming up. Hopefully we can limit the boundaries. Nice, Bessie.
Oh, nice little shape as well, away from the right hander. Given that Starlenberg and Flint normally probably bat, all over the place. Is it hard to kind of analyse and know where they're going to hit at different stages of the match?
Yeah, I think so. I think we obviously expected Naomi to open the batting, so it's a bit of a change in their order, but I think our bowling plans are really strong throughout the whole innings, so that'll be fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we gave great credit to Beth Mooney for that take down the leg side. It was something special.
Yeah, how good were those two catches in and over?
Exactly.
You don't see that very often.
Well, you started it.
I don't know about that. No, it's been great to have her behind the stumps.
And how has she settled in with the Scorchers?
Yeah, I think she's enjoying her time. Obviously a big change for her, but I think the group's really welcomed her in and she's loving it. Oh, yep. Nice, Benny.
So 4 wickets down, you still feel there's a foundation for the Hurricanes to go hard?
Yeah, I think so. I think only 4 wickets down with 4 or so overs to go. I think benefit to us that they batted Tryon a bit earlier than normal, so they obviously don't have her to come in and hit big bombs in the last couple of overs, which is probably good for us. Catch it!
It's a tempted round.
Nice, Tilly.
What score would you be comfortable chasing?
I think on this wicket, we reckon like 150 is probably par, so anything under that we'll back ourselves. I think 7s and over here should be doable.
Thanks once again, Chloe. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
And it's Chloe Paparo, of course. Nicely played, up and over. There's no risk there, and that was intended to go high over point. 5 overs to go, it's 4 for 93. We've seen some outstanding bowling, so Rachel's going to bowl her 4th in the last 5 overs somewhere. We've got Betts with 1 over, 2 for 18. Glenn's bowling her 4th and final. Good fielding. Seen a number of 4s go in that region on both sides, on and offside, very fine.
Very good, Glennie, very good.
We've got plenty of options to bowl death overs. I think that's bowling very well. Hashel been outstanding again.
Yeah. 1.
Brilliant fielding. Could easily got through the fielder there. It was hit so firmly.
And nicely done by Jones. It's always tough for wicketkeepers in the field. They've got to really work hard on a skill that's their specialty.
There's a big shout. Leg side sliding. She gets that slider going and occasionally a bit of a wrong'un.
Oh.
Don't think it was far away.
Well, I think it was out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hitting leg.
Hitting leg, we think.
One great thing that Sarah Glenn does is
There's no doubt about it. I think the LBW was out. Sorry, Ellyse. But direct hit, it's amazing. As a batter, sometimes you think you just got there, but the direct hit will find that you're just short.
It was great fielding, great anticipation as well. You could see that these two were really struggling to rotate the strike, so the drop and run was on offer. Sarah Glenn moves well to her left. Yeah, gone.
Isn't that brilliant? And I love seeing it because these are the areas of improvement that we see in the women's game every year. A quick pick up and throw, fielding, we always emphasise the importance. And I know you've got to bat and bowl well, but your best fielding side are never far from the top of the ladder either.
Yeah, it did look a little awkward with the short arm jab, but I think it did the job. You've got to get the ball away quickly, and the result was Naomi Stellenberg being run out for 9. It's 5 for 95.
Hayley Jensen now. And there is a big job in the last 4.2 overs remaining. He'll take the wickets with runouts as well. Very interesting stat to do, to find the side who's taken the most catches, the percentage of drops, and just see where they sit on the ladder. Throwing that out to the stats man on my right there. I'd normally have done that. That's why I had close again. Normally would have that stat, and that's where the late nights come from, but I've just failed to get through. So 4 overs remaining, 5 for 97.
Live and exclusive on Sony 10 2 and Sony 10 1 and in Hindi on Sony 10 3.
So there was a point made earlier that if someone goes, Ellyse, you said it, you need others to chip in around. It can't be just one player. And I think at times we've seen that with the sixes. I know Ellyse Perry sits up there in terms of aggregate, but that strike rate's below 100, and you need some mates with you. Run away for 4, so Flint there, second boundary, maybe the start of the surge that'll get them close to 130.
Well, this is the problem for Nicole Bolton, because she's used to always coming around the wicket, and she's normally very good with her line, but today has been poor. At the start, when she opened, she bowled 2 down the leg side, and I think Priest put her away. Same now with Flint. So I'd like to see a development in her game where she can at least come over the wicket. It's not always around, especially sometimes if things aren't working.
And you can see the reluctance by Thompson or Flint to try and hit down the ground. I mean, obviously that was her one, but you're happy to give those ones away. It's when she goes square and she plays play around it, high risk shot, but she can also get high reward for it. So just keep her hitting straight down the ground, give her the ones, bowl outside off stump. She doesn't want it outside off.
The only problem is she doesn't want to give too much width, no fielders out.
But if she comes over the wicket,
correct.
Better. Yeah.
Was banged into the wicket.
And that's probably an area that these two, Jensen and Flint, need to recognise as well, that she's probably going to bowl that middle stump line. Do you take a risk? Do you expose your stumps? Do you bat outside leg to open up the offside area?
See another one running very fine.
That's her pushing across the stumps again. You can see that that's where she really wants to score her today, and Nicole Bolton's allowing that by continuing to bowl around the wicket. Yes, she has got a wicket today. LBW, similar sort of shot, but I think around over the wicket would be a much smarter position at this time. It's also about sort of containing as well as getting wickets at this time of the game.
If she's going to continually bowl that line, I don't understand why you have 5 fielders on the offside. You bring one across so you can bring your 45 a little bit finer, and you maybe put someone in at mid-wicket area to stop that little single off your hip. Maybe forward square.
Yeah, and then she could straighten it up just slightly then.
That goes straight to mid-wicket.
So single to finish. There's been a pattern where overs are finished with the boundary, not there. 3 to go, 5 for 107. Yeah, there were a couple of overs there where the 6th ball was the boundary hit, so there's certain patterns in T20 cricket, bowlers bowling good 5 deliveries and just not finishing the over. Obviously, if there has been a boundary and you're trying to surge and get that strike rate up there, that last ball, they're always searching for a boundary. So strike looking at 6.29 runs and over. It's stayed around that right the way through.
Yeah, there's no real acceleration, and that's what you require in T20 cricket when you've got that sort of base that they had set. They only had 2 wickets down in the 11th over, and then just lost a couple in one over from Sam Betts, who's now on as again.
Yeah, this will be her last. She's got 2 for.
One more, Betsy. One more, mate.
We highlighted the fact they came in the same over.
Yeah, and Chloe Papara gave us a great insight. The fact that Chloe Tryon came up a lot earlier. The acceleration for the Hurricanes has normally come off the back of Tryon coming in this situation. They don't have that. So Jensen, Flint, they need to start looking for the boundary now.
A bit of movement there. Line not quite right for Betts. He got away with the one leg bite.
Yeah, well, those 2 wickets was really important for the Scorchers. The 2 or 3 overs prior to that gone for 30, 34 runs. So she was the one to stem the flow of runs at that point. And just stressing that Cardinal Singh, when you batting, if you lose 2 in a row, it slows things up dramatically. Now they're going hard. They have to. It's the final 3 overs.
Good change of pace as well.
Yeah, really nice. Again, trying to take it to the leg side. Only 4 on the offside. Plenty of space there, but they still persist on wanting to take it to the leg side. She's been smart today, Betts. Very impressed. She was great the other day as well, and I love the fact that she's been sitting on the bench. This is only her 2nd game, and she's come straight in, ready to go. They're the sort of players you want.
In firmly. But covered just... Misfield right in front of us. Yeah, it's a sign of a good squad, I think, that if you've not played much and you're coming in late in the piece and you're just ready to go, because it's all about attitude, that, isn't it?
Well, I think it's attitude, but also the coaching staff are preparing the players well that are sitting off the bench.
And that's both mentally and physically, yeah.
Oh, sloppy. Very sloppy.
Yeah, there are some players that don't cope with it, though.
Yeah, very true. And they generally sort of fall away when things go, well, cricket's just one of those games that, it's not always highs, there's a lot of lows as well.
And those players, well, they wouldn't be playing here. There is call for catch, it's going to fall safely. Needed to be straighter for long off.
Got a much better shot. She's taking advantage of that offside field that's up at the moment. So much better from Flint Thompson. It's 5 for 114.
Flint Thompson. The first name's Emma. We'll just change it.
Remaining, and just highlighting the fact that this innings hasn't really exploded at any stage, and those 2 wickets that went to Betts really slowed things until the next wicket fell, and now seeing an attempted surge towards the end. So the 2 overs remaining, got to be looking at 10 plus runs and over, and that would get them to over 130,
which still probably isn't enough based on the depth that we've seen already from the Perth Scorchers.
No, if Mooney goes again, she hasn't missed out too often. And then you've got Devine back in the side.
Amy Jones as well coming back in after a long period out. So top 3 look good, and then
Papara.
Great too.
Oh, I loved one of the innings she played. It was very different, the area she hit. It's been creamed through the offside. So it's a special finish, 1 for 6. She just has not been able to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah, such great stats, and she's a leading wicket taker for the Scorchers, and she's done it by being regular with wicket taking. There hasn't been a big forfer big three for it's 1 or 2 wickets every game.
Well, she's a big chance here too, with it being the second last over. This is the quality bowler coming back when batters are swinging. It's not uncommon to get 2 and an over, or certainly get 1.
131 dot balls for Peschel, but she's got an economy rate of 5.74 throughout.
It's
And she's
great.
outstanding.
And she bowls the difficult overs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only Shiv that's got more dot balls, so she's up there with everything. Again, even though it pierces the gap in the offside, it's covered. There's only 1 there. Needing boundaries here, the Hurricanes. You want to finish strong.
Flint, I'm sure she'll be eyeing off that mid-off up.
So I also think she'll be wanting to lap as well. She doesn't mind
Yeah.
lapping as well. With a bit of pace on the ball.
I'm confused.
They've got Sam Betts and the fact that she's gone really fine, so they're aware of the fact that there at the top of your screen, right-hand side, Sam Betts in that short 45.
That's better. That's the use of a gap, and will be chased down. Some good pace shown there in the run chase.
Great running.
Yeah, excellent running between wickets by Hayley Jensen then. Got a great shot as well by Emma Thompson. That's sort of what we want to see. She was just sort of mucking around with it before. That time she just really hit through it. Nice and late.
It's going to be the first 3 we've seen run. You don't see too many here
Very true.
in North Sydney Oval. But yeah, a good shot. Unlucky it didn't run all the way to the boundary.
I'm sure the Clarence Cricket Club are watching her back in Hobart today. Doing her club proud, both clubs, Hurricanes and Clarence. Beautifully bowled. Bowling to her field, despite you nearly think that should be a 4 the way she's hit that. It's hit it nicely, but just couldn't quite find the gap.
You can see that Emma Flint, she's just standing on the leg stump there. So she's giving herself the chance to create that room, and that's really important. That it's just a slight change, and Mignon Dupree, she tends to do that a fair bit for the Melbourne Stars. Makes a big difference.
And a good sneaky single at the end there. 1 over remaining. Stay with us. It's 5 for 1-2-2. Should be only 6 balls. That's exactly what you want, you know. Not any wides, no balls. Scorchers have done a really good job. I think the intensity's been good. We've obviously seen some good catches. Beth was able to get those 2 wickets in the middle, and they've been searching for that as something they need if they run into the finals. And that's been hit firmly, and I think it just got over the rope. I haven't seen any of those, but I think it's just got there.
Yeah, it's a tight one, isn't it? And they're going to have a look at this. Nicole Bolden kind of tracking around the boundary rope. A couple of the Hurricane players kind of signal 6. Not surprised that they have, but it does look like it's hit the rope on the full. So that would indicate, yeah, raise your arms.
Nicely timed though, Emma Thompson. Hit the space as well on the leg side then, but the length was just wrong from head to ground. It's allowing her, particularly when we know that she really wants to go that sort of area to hit big.
Yeah, well, that's the first of the innings, and timely too in the last over. Big delivery. It's right up there in the block hole. Coming back for 2, and a bit of throw, and that was Gonski.
But you can hear Beth Mooney going keeper, because Hayley Jensen was in and out so quick at the strikers, and she was coming back. She might might need to have a chat to Emma Flint to say, I'm trying to get you on strike as often as possible. Would have been out if she'd taken it cleanly as well.
Now she has a chance. Good mate, oh, thought was going to carry. She bailed out fairly early and just thought, no, not going to carry, so I'll stop rushing in and just let it bounce.
It's actually thick grass, doesn't it? Just holds up.
It's always in good condition. We've got the lights on here in North Sydney Oval. Came on about 2 overs ago. And given across the stumps. Beth Mooney as keeper didn't move anywhere. Sometimes you can see a keeper just moving to the onside, which makes it a bit doubtful. But another very important wicket at the right time.
Yeah, just shuffled across in front of her stumps there. She's actually been hit on the thigh pad, but because of the position and the way that she was a little low in her crease, that's absolutely plummeting into her middle stump. So Hayley Jensen will move for 7, 6 for 131.
Yeah, 131. They've got 2 balls remaining, so let's say they get to 135, somewhere around there. There's something there for the bowlers.
Well, absolutely. You need to give your bowlers a chance. And, at one stage they were looking like they were just going to make 120, and that's only a run a ball. So they've given their bowlers just a little bit more, and we know how important wickets are in the power play. But Sasha Maloney comes in. Ideally, she just needs to get up the other end.
Looking lap first up, I think, yeah.
What about the reverse?
No, lap.
Okay.
Oh.
What about hit to the onside in the gap?
Well done.
Yep, good shot.
You forgot to mention that one.
But we were leaving that one for you.
Well, cow corner, tail end of cow corner is normally the go.
I would say Sasha Maloney's a tail ender. She can bat.
I know. I just find those laps so low percentage.
Not going to crease.
And we'll come through to finish the innings. So 20 overs, and they did accelerate in the last 2 overs to get themselves to 134. That was a good effort, basically 10 off the last 2. I know that went for 12, but the Scorchers will also be happy, there's no doubt. They gave us the information that they think 150 is about the par score, so they'll be happy with the job out there. Nicola Carey, who's got a job to do with the ball as well, 36 from 31, and then Flint in the end, contributing where they needed someone else, 33 from 23, good strike rate, and Betts was a game changer in the middle overs, 2 for 24, so that's how it ended up. The run chase is going to be 135 for victory, and will be the Scorchers really looking to win big.
Tour score 27th November. Australian media here thinks that the men in blue stand no chance.
So she's always playing with confidence and you're minimising the risk. The straighter you play, it's not about cross-line, bottom hand slogging early on, and I think if there's a panic on, that's what some batters can do. A good start for the Hurricanes, only 3 from the first over.
देवियों सज्जनों, जब अपने मैन इन ब्लू मैदान में उतरेंगे और वो भी अपने सबसे तगड़े राइवल्स ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने और वो भी 9 महीने के बाद, तो भैया टाइम तो आ ही गया है क्रिकेट का असली रंग दिखाने का। इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया आ रहा है। मैं तो सुबह 8 बजे देखूंगा सोनी के स्पोर्ट्स चैनल पर, और आप देखिएगा जरूर। धन्यवाद।
The new ball in particular to swing away. Good pace and bounce in this wicket as well. Paschal certainly got that in the power play.
She bowls most of her overs through that power play. 58% dot balls in the power play at 5.13 for economy rate, which is outstanding. You want to keep them under a run of ball, and obviously that gets them well on track to defending that 134.
That's right. We've said it a few times, Rosie.
I had 137 in my head for some reason. Anyway, I'm sure they would have taken the extra 3 runs if they could have.
But you bang on. It's so valuable, isn't it? Power play bowlers are like gold. Same as death bowlers. When you can find a way to extract something in that initial phase, take wickets to create that momentum shift. So valuable.
Yeah, I don't know about you.